Hey guys, Nicole Cooper here, shooting another video to answer another frequently asked question. So I get a lot of people who ask, can I talk to you first before I join? Because I just want to make sure that I'm choosing the right sponsor or that I'm making the right decision or that I really understand what I'm doing. Okay. So I get this question all the time. And trust me, if there was enough manpower in me to get on the phone, I probably would be on the phone about 24, 25, maybe 26 hours a day, maybe 30 hours a day, because those are the kind of demands that we get. And it's not humanly possible for me to do that. And I wanted to explain why, guys, why, for two aspects of this. Why, as a business owner, this is not what you want to do. It's not smart. And then, secondly, as a person making a decision who desires to become a successful business owner, why you're going to have to change your perspective on how it works with making business decisions and not feeling like that person has to validate your decision. I'm going to cover a couple of key points in here, though. I know people have a lot of questions and concerns about, well, what if I'm choosing the right sponsor? I want to make sure that I'm not getting ripped off. How do I know you're going to help me? All these different questions. So I want to hop right on into this and explain to you why, as an internet marketing business owner and as a business owner in general, how to handle this. And if you're somebody waiting for someone to call you back, if I'm that person where you want to get on the phone with me first, let me explain to you why this is going to be the biggest delay and hindrance in your own business building and wealth building process. All right. So I wrote a couple of notes down. Um, you know, when you first get started on the internet, when I first got started, it was about 5 years ago. And I was so desperate for a sale, honey. I wanted any and everybody to call me. And I would put my number out there and say, call me anytime. Let's talk. I would love to hear from you. And let me tell you, I had some really good conversations. I developed some beautiful relationships with friends. I am still good friends, some of my best friends to this day that I've met. But I've had way more dumping sessions than I've had productive phone business conversations. And when I say dumping sessions, here's what I mean by that. I've had so many people who want to get on the phone and they want to tell you their life story. They want to tell you all of their problems. They want to tell you their struggles. They want to tell you how broke they are. They want to tell you how bad they wish they weren't broke. They want to tell you how they wish they can turn life around. They've been looking for an opportunity. But then the end result is, I don't have the money. I'm not going to be able to join your business. I thank you for your time, but you will never hear from me again because I just needed somebody to talk to. Okay. I just want you to look at that whole concept. Okay. A lot of us are so compassionate that we forget we're building a business. And so we end up compromising our for profit status and become a nonprofit dumping ground on the internet that says, hey, call me if you're broken, you're struggling, and you're having a hard time and you need somebody to talk to. And guys, this is not an insult to be unsympathetic. What this is saying is that if you become that person who's like, you know what? I'm working 8 hours a day. I'm on the computer all the time. I'm writing blog posts. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And still I'm not making any money. You got to assess and evaluate, where is your time being spent? If it's being spent on the phone over and over again with people who just want to tell you what they wish could happen, but they truly have no initiative to make something happen, guys, that's why your business isn't being productive. Now, if you're somebody who is just getting started and you're watching this video and you're saying, well, gosh, you know what, Nicole, that's kind of harsh. I just got a couple of questions. I'm a serious person and I really want to build a business. Well, let me tell you the second aspect to this. The second aspect is that we want to help create an automated way to answer those questions. Guys, when you talk about building wealth and you talk about leveraging time and resources and things like that, that's why the internet was designed. That's why technology was developed. That's why you see all of these major corporations shifting to technology. Instead of paying a customer support rep to answer every phone call, answer every question, they have an automated service Thank you for calling Bank of America. If you have a question regarding your account, press 1. If you have a customer support question, press 2. If you're calling about your credit card, if it's been lost or stolen, press 3. Why do you think companies are leveraging systems to be able to accommodate you? It's because there are specific things that you need that are duplicated questions over and over again, and they want to use the most effective use of their budget and not pay somebody when they can actually put something in place to direct people in the right direction so that they can get what they need. It doesn't mean that we want to put machines in between our relationships. We're big on building relationships with you. The difference is are you someone that's so serious about your business that we want to be connected to? The reality is, guys, is listen, I don't want to be on the phone with people who are not serious about building a business. I just don't. I don't have the time in my day as a mom of 2 babies and a wife to an amazing man to be spending all my working hours on the phone listening about what somebody's going through who does not have any interest in trying to do something about it. I'd much rather be around progressive people who have the mindset, who are committed to do whatever it takes, that are willing to position themselves to make some things happen. And that's why we have a weed out process, because guys, most of us come from a network marketing background. So coming from a network marketing background, we had to prospect. When you prospect, you hang out at Starbucks, you hang out at Barnes and Nobles, you go to Walmart, you go to Target, you go to the gas station, and you go to networking events, and you can't wait to tell somebody you look like a very sharp person. Do you keep your business options open? And you're constantly digging, 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 trying to beg somebody for their phone number so you can beg them to come to your hotel meeting, so you can beg them to join your business. We had to beg, beg, and beg, and we hated that. We hated that. And so we chose to come to the internet because we were saying to ourselves, it got to be a better way. I don't want to make a list of 150 of my family and friends and call them and do 3-way calls trying to convince them that they need this. I'd much rather find a way where people who want this find me. And guys, that's what makes all the difference is if you want this, you begin to understand that you have total control over your outcome, and you're just looking for someone to introduce you to something that will change your life. You're not expecting them to be the person to change your life. They are the person that introduce you to it. So for example, if someone comes to me and says, Nicole, I really believe that you should read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I know for a fact that it's going to change your life. I don't want to have to get on the phone and say, well, hey, let me just ask you a couple of questions before I buy the book. Do you think this book is going to be beneficial to me? Do you think that it's going to help make me some money? Like, can you guarantee that it's going to make me really successful? Or what if it's a waste of money? How can I make sure that this is going to work? Like, how do you know if everything in here is true? Why should I? You think they're going to ever recommend a book to me again? Heck no. Who wants to be pushed through the 9th degree just to introduce you to a resource that's going to change your life? They are just the change agent. They're the vehicle to lead me to the change agent, right? They're the voice that came. It was all predestined. I believe in God and destiny and purpose and all that stuff. And I don't believe in coincidence. I believe everything happens on purpose. I believe that our lives was to coincide at that very moment for him to tell me what I needed to get so I can get access to that book. So when I get that book, I can sit down and I can have that encounter with what is in alignment with what's supposed to happen in my life. So this phone call cannot possibly make a difference on whether or not I'm going to get this book or not, because it's not about the person who gave me the message. It's about the fact that they were predestined to be a vehicle to give me what I needed at that moment to change my life. So I'm going to get that book. I'm going to read that book because it was predestined for me to do it. That's just how I think, guys. And it's the same way with your business. A lot of people are like, well, how do I know that you're not going to leave me behind? And how are you going to help me? And how are you? Look, y'all, at the end of the day, you can have tons of people who have great desires for your success. But if you don't put any backbone in your life and make a decision that no matter who comes or goes, I'm going to make this thing work, you're going to always fail. You're going to always fail. Why? Because when you have power in your hand to predict your future, to control your future, to dictate the direction of your future, and then you tell somebody, well, I want to make sure that you're there to help me and make sure that you're there to guide me and that you can do this and do that for me. And you've just taken the power and you've put it in their hands and you've given them complete autonomy over your future. And that means that you basically let your life go to shreds because everyone's focused on their life and their future. They're here to help guide you. But at the end of the day, everyone's taking responsibility for themselves and their personal decision making that will impact their life. Whether you want to take advantage of this encounter that can be, it is ordained and predestined to help you get to where you need to go. It's all up to you. So, getting back to what I was saying, when it comes down to building a business, guys, you cannot sit on the phone every single day and be a customer support rep to try to answer every single question that someone has. Because most questions, guys, if you don't watch the training, or if you've watched the training, if you watch what we have out there, there's resources that answer your question. Most people are afraid to make a decision, and they want to make that connection because they want you to convince them that they're making the right decision. And I don't believe in doing that. People are like, well, can you tell me why should I join your team? No, I'm not going to do that. I need you to go and research me, and you check out my character. You go and look at my blog posts. You go and watch my videos, and you tell me if who I am is in alignment with what you desire to be partnered up with strategically to get you to where you need to go. I'm not going to convince you that I need you to join me because I'm going to change your life, because I am not responsible for your destiny. I am here in alignment as a strategic partner to lock arms with you, to walk with you towards your destiny. But you have to make that decision as to if I'm that person that you feel is in alignment with where you want to go. And if you can see the character, my character through my videos and what I share and what I convey, if I am that person that you feel compelled to partner up with. If I'm not, it's totally fine. I don't need you to call me and explain that I don't think this is a good fit. If it's not a good fit, you go and find the good fit and you partner with them. But at the end of the day, you make decisions that are going to be beneficial to you for your business. Another aspect of this, guys, is if you want to build wealth, guys, you got to leverage your time. You got to leverage your resources. You got to let systems do the work. When it comes to us working with our team, we invest in people who follow directions. There's just 10 steps that people got to follow to get really the first step, get them plugged into me. And if they don't never make it to that first step, I'm not going to get on the phone with you because you already show me that you have resistance and rebelliousness to the system that we put in place that was designed to make you successful, which means that if you want to get on the phone with me and ask me what you need to do to succeed, I already know that you resisted the success blueprint because we gave it to you and you didn't want to follow those directions. So there's no need for me to get on the phone and explain to you that I put a blueprint in place for your success if only you can follow those steps. We're looking for people who are already committed to being successful. And we figure that out off of step number one when someone is able to follow directions. That means that if you cannot follow my lead by a simple system that I put in place, you do not deserve my time because I'm going to pour into you, which is unfair to me because I've already put systems in place that are going to benefit you. But you told me that that wasn't good enough, that I needed to give you my time. That's a rebel. I don't want a rebel in my business. I don't need anybody who's going to constantly collide with me and challenge me on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, because that lets me know that this isn't the right alliance and partnership. Guys, you cannot create success without duplication. If you want to get on the phone with every single person, what happens is anybody that you introduce to this business, if you tell them they got to do the same thing, they're going to quit because nobody wants to be on the phone making $8 an hour as a customer support service rep when they were told that you can get into a business and potentially earn 5 figures a month, living and having a life. We're lying to people if we tell them that you can automate your income. Our group is called the Automated Income Group. We're lying to them. If we get on the phone with every single person all day long, answer every single question, and we never automate the process. So automating the process is having the initial stages of the process systematized and automated so that you can remove the tire kickers out of the process. You can get connected to the people that are serious. You can see those who are diligent. I can't tell you how many people, and it's funny, the ones who are my superstars on my team are people that I hardly ever heard from until after they got in and started producing. And I had to reach out to them and say, who are you? Because you are kicking behind. So I just want to encourage you guys, listen, if you want to build a successful business on the internet, you're going to have to be able to be duplicable. And getting on the phone and talking to people and answering a bunch of questions isn't duplicatable for that brand new person who just joined, who doesn't know anything about the business. In order for them to come in and immediately introduce other people to the business, they need a system in place that's going to work on their behalf, that's going to allow it to do the talking for them so that they can realize this really does work. I just joined. All I did was send someone to my website. They're already in. I've already made a commission, and I haven't even been in an hour yet. That's called success. Our industry is designed to duplicate our success. I'm into raising leaders and building leaders. I actually have, today I was sitting down and I wrote out this little thing here. It's called the TAIG Leadership Development program. And my goal is to raise leaders, to teach people how to build leaders, to focus on mindset and helping people to understand the power of personal development. We have a book of the month. Duplication and leverage is going to be our focus of conversation. Guys, that's what builds wealth to me, is getting with people who are open and ready to receive your wisdom based on your experience, because they look at your results and say that you're where they need to be. Not someone that looks at my results and say that they want what I have, but then come and tell me that they don't like the way that I'm doing it, and they don't approve of what I've done to get to where I am. Well, hey, you know what? This isn't a good fit for you. This isn't where you belong. Because if you want what I have, I'm going to tell you what I did to get here, and you can't come in and tell me that I need to change that because you feel that I should do things your way. It's just not going to work. So hopefully this helped you guys with the whole can I get a phone call concept. Now, do I get on the phone with my team? Oh, absolutely. I mean, my team is calling me all the time. Once they get in and follow the steps and we can see that they're committed. But I don't get on the phone with random people every single day who have a few questions, because they still show me that there's a little bit of insecurity there about making this decision, and they're not quite ready for the hardcore push and press that we have and the diligence that we have about our destiny. Doesn't mean to doubt anybody or belittle them, but I'm looking for people who understand that they can follow my lead with where I am. They can trust what they see me out there on the internet sharing and saying. They've been on my calls, they've heard my voice, and they believe that this alignment, this connection, this encounter, this collision, it's like, we might be in a college, on a college campus in a hallway, and we bump into each other somehow, some way. Next thing you know, we're sitting next to each other in class. Next thing you know, it's a long-term relationship. There's a collision and an interaction, a predestined connection that was designed for us to connect to help you get to where you need to go. And my purpose is in alignment with your purpose, and we're moving forward. That's what I'm looking for, guys. I'm not looking to get on the phone all day and explain why you should join me. I'm not looking to get on the phone and tell you that I guarantee your success. I will tell you, I believe in you. I know for a fact that you are born and destined to succeed. It's just a matter of, are you willing to do whatever it takes to make some things happen on your behalf? So that is how we work when it comes down to the phone calls. Hopefully this helped you. It went way longer than I planned, but somebody needs to hear this, because I just actually had somebody email me like, when can we get on the phone? Because I want to make sure that you're going to do this, and that. And I said, you know what? That's not how I work. This is a system that we have. If you're willing to join up with us, if you feel led to join, cool. If you don't, I understand. But this is how we work. So hopefully this has helped some of you business owners out there. And for those of you who are still cussing me out because you hate what I've said, then you might want to reconsider what kind of business you want to get in. Doesn't mean that we are being impersonal, y'all. Doesn't mean we don't care about you. But if you don't understand none of the key points that I just said, then you got a lot of work to do when it comes to business building, because there's some key things that I shared with you that can make all the difference in your business model, and hopefully it helps. So feel free to leave comments, and if you want to complain, then don't leave a comment at all. All right, guys, if you want to join with me still after hearing what I've shared with you, and you know that it is in alignment with who you are and what you desire to accomplish, go to makemoneywithnicole.com. You can click the link below, and I will see you on the inside. All right, bye-bye.